Hello, my name's Chris. I'm an occupational therapist here at LifeTec, and today I'm here to demonstrate to you some options for managing in the kitchen. And in particular, we're going to look at can opening and jar opening. This is an issue that a lot of people have if they've got weakness in their hands, particularly if they have arthritis or an injury to their hands. If there's pain associated, it can be quite difficult and they may have weakness. So in this case, we're going to look at some assistive technology that can assist you to be independent in the kitchen and manage these tasks. So one of the first things we need to look at is stabilising the task. And that just means stopping from slipping out from underneath you. You can use a variety of things. This stuff here is called Dicam. It's actually a purpose-made placemat and provides a lot of grip on the supporting surface. This one here is also Dicam. It's just you buy it in sheets and use it however much you need. And again, that has a similar sort of effect. It's just a thinner film. But you can also use this stuff. You can often see it at the $2 shops. It provides extra grip if you're trying to open a jar, but you can also use it for putting underneath your chopping board, under your plate when you're eating, and it has a similar sort of effect, probably not as grippy as these other options. So today I might use the Dicam mat, and we'll have a look at how we can make opening jars a little bit easier. I've got here a holder. Basically this, you can place it on here and stabilise, and the idea is that it provides a means of holding the jar. Because when you think about how you do activities, you'll have the object in one hand. It doesn't matter if it could be a jar, it could be an apple, it could be a potato that you're peeling. But one hand stabilises the task and the other hand performs the action. As in here, you'd use your hand to stabilise the jar, and the other hand becomes the force or the manipulator of the object. We can help a little bit by using something like this, where this becomes a stabiliser. And from there, we can choose to use, if you've only got the use of one hand, then the object's stabilised. Otherwise, it allows you to use both hands to exert more force. The other story is that you think about how you open a jar. You look at the forces that you apply to that hand, and you can see that these joints would actually incur a lot of force, and from there also your wrist. What we're trying to do is eliminate that a little bit, and first thing you need to do is remove the vacuum. A new jar will have a vacuum as part of the manufacturing process to provide a seal, and what we need to do first is break that seal so that you've got half the job's done. So this little unit here is a jar key. It's very similar in terms of its design and function to a bottle opener, and all it does, it's got a little bit of a plastic ridge there that sits underneath the lip of the jar and provides leverage for you to pop the vacuum. Once you've done that, it's a lot easier to open the jar. From this point, we can look at, okay, now we need to open the jar. We can place something on like this, or some of this material, whatever it is that's going to provide you with extra grip. And in this case, you can use both hands. Avoid using your fingers. There's no need to. Put your hand flat, your palm flat, use both hands, push down and turn. I'm not using my wrists, I'm using my arms. I'm not using my fingers. I'm not applying force, transmitting those forces to my joints in my hand. Another way of stabilising your task when you're looking at opening jars is to use something like this. It's called a bellow clamp, and the idea is that what your activity, in this case opening the jar, will be stabilised in here. You place it on the edge of your countertop, and there you can use your hip to provide the force to lock it into position. In this case, here we are, opening a jar. We lock this in so it's nice and stable, Okay, and then we can look at, again, releasing the vacuum with the jar key. And once you've done that, then we're looking at opening the jar. This jar opener here has a metal ridge along the side, and it sort of angles in. That provides the gripping surface here, and you've got a large handle providing a lever, so the force you've got a power grip, and the force is transferred to your arm, not to your fingers. So just as an example, lock it in, turn, very little force required. There you go. That's how you can make the task of opening jars just that little bit easier.